We would like to take this opportunity to recognize the validity of the protests going on throughout the United States and the world, advocating for greater equality and justice for all people at risk. We want to affirm that love is love, that Black Lives Matter, and trans rights are human rights. If I might, I will leave you with a poem. Something is terribly wrong if the pain, sorrow, and outrage of a people makes you more uncomfortable than murder itself. By Rupi Kaur. And now, on with the show. Warning. Fortune and Strife features subjects which can be uncomfortable for a general audience, such as the use of drugs and alcohol, poor treatment of people of different classes or cultures, adult situations, psychological trauma, and violence. Listener discretion advised. Welcome to Fortune and Strife. I'm Robert, or Bayushi Shinichi, and I'll be your host and narrator.
I am Jeanne, and I am playing Doji Gen.
I am Tyler, and I am playing Akoto Richi.
I'm Tiff, and I'm playing Kuni Yui.
I am Paul, and I'm playing Shoshiro Bisho.
All right, so Seiji stands and looks around. I will need my sword. Someone return my katana to me.
Richi does so.
Okay. Takes his katana. Richi gain 3 honor, and he kind of sets it into his belt. Shall we do this outside then, under the night sky?
Yui, at this point, tries to say something like, "Is it too late to stop this?"
Gen is gray. She is so exhausted. Anyway, right? I mean,
Genson, you're not up for this, and
can't just
this
let
is
some
unnecessary.
stranger
I
take
can
the
talk
baby.
to the messenger. I will talk to the messenger, Fox. Is that okay?
You can't just let them take the baby.
I will talk to them. So Yui will go to the back room, and I guess since she's back there, it's like, I believe that she would most certainly recognize this fox form.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought so.
Gen
I didn't
will
think
walk
there would
away.
be trouble for her. So
Yeah, Sueno will get you some tea and start getting you something to eat. And Ryuji it kind of goes over with them, leaving you some time to speak with the heavenly messenger. Seiji kneels down into a saison and starts to not pen a poem, but to kind of work a poem out. You hear him kind of mumbling his words a bit as he goes over something, and starts thinking about how he might compose a poem at this point. And at this point, Yui and Bisho have the privacy of the back room there.
Well, it didn't quite need privacy, but that's all right because
Privacy is better.
it's easier. I was going to pull it like, oh, great fox messenger. We will meet you at an arch, but that's okay. Instead, I can just be like, hey.
Hey.
So, oh, you know what? I'm going to say something loud enough for you to hear, and I think we can come to an understanding here, right?
I don't think we can come to an understanding at this point.
You want the child to go to an Ari, right?
Yes.
If I can convince everyone that we will take a journey to her shrine, at least, can that work?
If the shrine hasn't been burnt.
If the shrine's been burnt, we all have a lot of problems. But I think we could figure that out from there. Yes?
I suppose.
Okay.
But those men going after the shinobi, I don't think we can trust them.
I don't think we can trust them either. However, if we make a promise to the kami, we'll have to keep it.
Oh, you have to keep those.
Yes. So, easy. I'm going to say something that they'll be able to at least hear. Or at least, you know what? I'll just go talk to them. I'll be back. Would have made a big show of things, but you know what? I'm not good at making a big show of things anyways. So I'll just go talk to them. Just chill here for a bit.
The big show is usually my job.
It's true. That's true. So you will head back. Everyone. Okay. The fox has agreed to leave us here so long as we travel to Inari Shrine as our next order of business. And I think it's fair that we at least meet with Inari about this.
Meet with Inari.
Well, Shrine, Fox, yes?
Right. Okay. So that doesn't solve the problem of giving up a child.
I'm not saying we're giving up the child. The promise is that we will visit the shrine and at least speak with Inari.
Are you saying that the fox will concede the duel if we travel to this shrine with whoever shows up, to meet whoever shows up there?
Duels. Do you not have a version of duel where you both shake hands and say, since we both simultaneously concede, in fact, no one has to lose honor. It was simply a misunderstanding. Is that an option? Because the fox will leave us to do this thing. The fox will not take the baby. The fox will not bring violence or any of that upon us if we promise to visit Inari Shrine. As well, I imagine after we get a night's rest, but, as our next order of business.
I think my issue is that if we go to Inari Shrine and nothing happens, where do we go from there?
Take it one step at a time. That's what we've been doing this whole time. If we go to Inari Shrine and nothing happens, we've done what we said we were going to do. We promised to go to the shrine. We will promise to go to the shrine and meet with Inari. If Inari does not meet with us, that's on Inari.
That's a fair point.
I request GM support in knowing the most honorable case. Is that a culture check?
I think so. I think a culture check would be very appropriate here.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and state the terms of this check. So we're looking to see what is the most honorable way out of this duel, or what is the most honorable course of action with the duel.
Basically, I know, Jeanne knows that Gen can't win this duel. Okay, but she
can't win the duel in her current state. Now, mind you, said she's also in a bad state. But the terms of the duel have not yet been agreed upon to yet.
Right, but she was, she is challenging what she considered to be, whether it's dishonorable or not, a superior supernatural being,
okay,
who apparently has now a actual Jimbo of strength support, and he can set out the terms. Okay, but it was the only way that she could see her way through the situation to keep the child with the father, and she's angry with the fortunes anyway. Okay, that's just her. That's her logic coming through it.
Yeah.
This looks like a solution, sort of, depending on how it's presented to her. And I think that it's very reasonable that Yui is presenting it to her in a way that is attempting to be appealing to her and to her sense of honor. I don't want to take a big 12 honor hit or something just because I'm willing to consider this solution. So I'd like to know if this is honorable, what's, how to look at it to see if this is an honorable course. And obviously I don't really want to kill Bisho, but I don't know it's him.
So let's go ahead and go with a TN1 culture check, I think, for this one. This is not a terribly difficult situation for you to understand. I think the Crane have been in many situations like this over the years.
Okay, and TN1, any particular ring?
So Earth would be to recall reasons why and things that people have done in the past. So if precedent would be Earth for reason. To find a peaceable solution that all parties can kind of agree on would be water. To come up with a reason, kind of invent your own reason why it's fine would be fire. To come up with kind of a tricksy way would be air, something to kind of avoid. And void would be finding a spiritual or religious kind of grounds of why you can postpone or delay or follow through with Yui's actions to travel to Inari Shrine.
Okay, I guess water sounds the best.
Okay.
Lacking any other guidance here. I'm just trying to figure out what's the.
Yeah, I mean, I would normally
That's most
say
honorable.
that earth or water would be the best. I mean, earth definitely at least shows you that how the way people have done it in the past, but water is definitely the way to come up with a solution that hopefully works for everyone, as it were.
I don't think anyone's done this in the past.
Yeah, not this particular action, at least not any time that you've heard of. Water culture check.
I'll do a water culture check. I'll go ahead and throw a void on it because
There you go.
hopefully I made a void in all of this disadvantage stuff.
Yep.
All right.
So you will be getting you will have to reroll 2 dice showing success due to the disadvantage of you really dislike this fox and the fortunes interfering with your life. So you need to reroll 2 dice showing success. But you will gain a void point if you fail this roll.
Okay. Well, I shouldn't have rolled it with the void then. All right, well, it's fine. Whatever.
All right. So you still make the TN of 1 if you would like to keep that die.
Yeah.
So you won't gain a void point for it, but you'll have plenty of opportunities here.
All right. So
And this is a new scene. So if you would like to use your Doji, not this is to persuade others or something like that. So no, I don't think you can use your.
This is culture. That's a scholar skill anyway. I'm just trying to know at this point, not necessarily. All right. I will go ahead and keep all the successes. I will use one of my opportunities to negate 2 strife.
Okay.
I'm back down to 0 because I outbursted.
Because you had your outburst here. Yep. I will say that success to me on this case says that yes, that traveling to Inari's shrine is not always a bad thing. That it doesn't have to say the duel is off or anything like that. In fact, it could be quite honorable to duel on the grounds of a monastery like that, especially if you wish to perhaps deny Inari's claim on the child. Doing it at her shrine would make a very telling statement to her, both the god and to their followers that this child is not to be played with, not to be wagered over like a coin.
I won't. I don't have enough things to do with the opportunities that seem to fit here.
Okay.
So I guess I won't. I'll just keep one opportunity to negate the strife.
I can give you some information that would actually be useful with a water check, that if you're not sure how to spend one of them.
Okay. Yep. Great.
Where the hell is Bisho?
Yeah.
Don't ask that question. That's a bad question.
It is an opportunity that you can spend at this point. It's something that you're observing in the scene that isn't related to the check, and you're going over things, and you're like, hey, wait a minute. Where's our good friend Bisho?
All right. So where's Bisho?
Yeah, I think that's a good way.
I hope the ninja didn't kill him.
Yeah, I think that could be a really good thing to open up with going on to framing how we're going to go ahead and end this session. So let's pick up with that with again kind of coming to a bit of a realization, and also noticing that their friend is missing.
All right. So after realizing that it's okay, she won't lose honor by accepting this compromise. She says, very well, I am willing to allow the fox spirit to lead us to the shrine of Inari, and the terms of the duel that we are dueling over is we will duel if he actually tries to take the child. So if he is not taking the child from her father, then that is not, then a duel is not necessary until such time as that changes. Is this sufficient? So
at the kind of as you're finishing your words, the fox spirit kind of walks out of the back room and kind of hears your counter proposal, and they have terms of their own, I think, to discuss, and I think they can be agreed upon. Bisho?
Yep. So
Spirit?
I come into the room, and I'm probably already smiling, but I smile even more. And I forgot to set the terms. There's so many distractions right now, but how about this? We will travel, all of us, to the Inari Shrine. We will still have the duel. If you win, I, the messenger, will go away and leave the baby be. And if my champion wins, I will take Ryuji and Mariko and go see Inari.
But you will keep them together?
I will keep them together.
I look to Ryuji for
Again,
whether that...
my child is not something to be wagered over. She is not a coin. She is not...
What do you want me to do? I mean...
If it comes down to it, do you think you can defeat Seiji?
I don't know. I only have one life.
Very well, then. I accept these terms, but do not think that I will go happily, even if your patron demands that Mariko be turned over to them for whatever reason you have. But I agree.
And Seiji, I know you've been listening. Sound good?
Bows deeply with his head down on the floorboards. Of course, Messenger. I will do everything I can to bring about Inari's will.
Wonderful. Oh.
Nope, I don't trust him. Nope, it does not need to be Seiji as your champion. That's very important, I think. However, still have a champion. Just wait. We're going to the shrine together already. Why would we bring the guy who set the village on fire with us?
Everybody needs redemption. Isn't that right, Akoto-san?
Not this fucking guy. No.
Everyone does deserve a bit of redemption, yes. But I believe his time has already come. However, I believe that... hang on. Let me refocus my thoughts on this one.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go ahead.
This is a tough decision. Damn it, Paul.
It is.
Is it all right if I say a quick extra thing, though, real quick, before
go for it.
reaching?
Go for it.
Okay, so Yui will say, and Ryuji, no, your child is not a coin to be wagered over. That is not why they're having a duel to begin with. They're having a duel because if we can't stop Inari's champion or this Fox Messenger's champion, if we aren't strong enough to do that, then the baby inevitably would be taken. This is basically the chance to challenge Inari's claim on the child. Because if we can't, that's it. We won't have a choice.
And with that, yes, most definitely, Bisho, you have hit your pot stirrer passion, and go ahead and reduce your strife by 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, everyone does have their chance at redemption. I believe that Seiji here has already passed his point, but it's not for me to decide at this point. If you believe that that chance is still coming for him, then I will allow it. However, this will be the last time that he has a chance to redeem himself.
We better make this quick, because those horsemen are coming back. So either we can start leaving now, or we can see if those horsemen are on our side.
Who are you?
What was that?
What do you mean? Gen says, our side?
We only want what's best for Mariko.
You are some creature, being, not from this place. You're not a human. What do you mean, our side? Who are you?
You love Mariko as much as anyone else in this room, I would assume.
Gen does not answer. She's just looking at you like...
And that's when the hoofbeats outside start to return. The riders are making a bit of noise as they return, kind of hooting and hollering to amongst themselves about their victory over the shinobi that they've run down through the bamboo. And they'll be here shortly.
We will just say the last words is that doesn't matter what side who is on for the riders. We've made a promise to Akami. They cannot and will not stop us from keeping that promise.
Ricci will position himself in front of the door like he was before, with his back towards the rest of the group, and he just looks over his shoulder and says, if we're to be about it, let's go ahead and be about it.
Ryuji nods, gets up, grabs a few things that he can, some small bits of food, some bundles of rice, his a small yam doll for Mariko, and kind of tucks it into her swaddling, and says, "All right, I think I'm ready to go."
Again, silently, with Sueno's help, picks up her stuff. Grab my bow, Sueno.
Sueno goes and collects your bow, a few more of your personal objects, your quiver, double checks to make sure she has the folio, and bundles it all up into a furoshiki. I'm ready to go, Ginsan.
Horses in the stables.
Of course. And Sueno runs off and goes to gather their horses. All right, moving along to Kuniyui.
Yui also just kind of rolls her eyes and sort of absentmindedly touches her face, and with half of the makeup on the left side just completely just smudged mess still, and she looks at her now also messed makeup fingers and just sighs and pats it onto the bottom of her kimono. Just guess we're going now.
Seiji goes ahead and stands up, and also seeing you kind of touch your face, realizes that the other part of your makeup that is all smeared is kind of across the back of his head and hair, and he goes to try to straighten his hair a bit, and offers his katana to Akoto Ricci. If you'd like to hold on to this until the duel, I would find it understandable. But if you will take my word, I would like to hold on to it still. But I understand if you would wish me to relinquish it.
You're still a samurai. You're still entitled to your weapons. Make sure your blade is pointed the right way.
Of course. And he reserts it into his obi, secures it, and makes a bit of a show that he is tying down the hilt in a peace knot to the saya.
And with that, Ricci will do one quick look about outside, head back inside, start actually just putting on just little bits and pieces of his armor on, because this could go rough. So he wants to get that. And he's also going to pick up Asawa Gon, another like fireman's carry, and then just start getting ready to bring him out.
Seiji would come up alongside you and help you with Asawa Gon and be like, Koto-san, I appreciate the help and assistance in treating my charge. I may have lied to him and carried on against his wishes in some ways, but he is still my charge to look after, and I thank you for that.
Of course, I will do what I can to keep him alive, but that is your crime to answer for what you have done to him.
That I understand, but in the meantime, allow me to carry most of the weight of him. You tend to the rest of them. I will look after him. He has my protection.
Very well. At which point, I'll make sure everyone's good to go before leaving the house.
Yui-san, did Bisho fight the ninjas? Is he still out there? And to this, Gon actually sounds actually concerned. Do you think we can find him in the darkness?
He did fight, but as the fight came to an end, he had other things he needed to take care of. I haven't seen Bisho's face since then.
He probably ran.
Ryuji I knew I couldn't trust him anymore, that I can't rely on him to help us in any way. Not after what he's done throughout all of this. Oh, he would have enjoyed to see you, Spirit. He would have accepted your challenge on your behalf. But no, I do not think he is a friend of ours anymore.
I wouldn't be so quick to assume why he left. Perhaps he had information or knowledge about something we do not know.
Maybe he was hurt. If he went down to the village to get help, that would have
If you all will go, I'll take one last look around for him. If he is hurt, then I'm the one best equipped to solve his issues.
I think he can take care of himself. You're welcome to take a look, of course, but I think my time might be better spent looking for an ox cart or something so that we can at least sleep in shifts on the way since we're going at awful hour of night.
I'll meet you at the stables.
Okay.
All right, so Ryuji goes with Riichi towards the stables, where Sueno's already getting the horses ready. Over there, people would meet with Yuichi, the magistrate of the town, and Ryuji's just like, Yuichi, something's come up. This whole situation, it's gone terribly, terribly wrong, and I feel that Mariko's in danger. I feel that I've endangered the whole village. We're going to need to leave, and I need to leave now. We don't even have time for travel papers or anything like that. We're going down into the Golden Sun Plains to see the Shrine of Inari and to hopefully resolve some of the misfortune that's befallen all of us here. My friends need a cart. We have some people who have been injured. Please do not ask us about it right now. It is too long a story and too tragic to recall in the moment. And Yuichi just kind of rests two hands on Yuichi's shoulders, and he just kind of gives him a squeeze. I understand, boy. I understand. You protect your family, and you have your friends with you. I will go ahead and draft up some papers and retroactively sign them if I have to. You all make off with the cart. I don't think that anyone will mind in town. I'll make up some excuse. The fire was enough chaos and confusion to hopefully suppress anyone's inquisitiveness for a couple of days yet. Return it if you can, but if not, I'll send someone to retrieve it at the Shrine to Inari. But you best head out if it's as dangerous as you think it is. I'll be here waiting. I'll send someone down to the shrine in a day or two. Be safe.
Suzume-san.
Yes.
Might I request a favor from you?
Well, as long as I can, it's within my power, I'll do what I can.
If any samurai are asking for us, please delay them. We believe that there may be samurai around that are not who they say they are, and they may not be trusted. We would like to delay them as much as we can.
I'll do what I can. It'll be difficult to lie to my superiors if that's what you might be.
I did not say lie. I believe that, or I know for a fact that you are a fantastic storyteller. Tell them a rousing tale.
Very good, boy. I have more than enough to make up for the few days that you'll be gone for. All right, make quick of it. I'll do what I can to stall anyone. In the meantime, where might they be coming from?
Probably from Ryuji's house, since we are no longer going to be there.
All right, so Yuichi at that point turns and starts kind of whistling himself, and you can hear him starting to think of a few tales. And now, is it Yaguchi the Axe, or which one shall I tell them first? And kind of wanders off into the darkness, thinking about some of his longest and most convoluted tall tales. So soon, the rest of the party arrives at the stables, where you're able to get the horses that the horse you got from the Yokota stables, the horses that they got from the Doji lands, and then an ox cart that Yuichi says you guys should be able to make off with for at least a few days, especially if you leave it at the Shrine to Inari. No one should hopefully be upset about making off with their ox and their cart. And it's not the best ride, but it's at least something that you can put Gon down on, and Sueno and some of the others can get some sleep along with Gen. And that's what we'll leave it with, people riding off into the dark, an ox cart lazily creaking its way out of town in the dead of night after a fire and after an encounter for your lives. You make your way down into the Golden Sun Plains, looking toward Inari's shrine and hopefully finding out what you can about this whole situation. In the meantime, the fox spirit seems to have drifted off or gone past you. I'm Robert,
Shinichi, your host and narrator. Thank you once again for listening. Remember to catch new episodes every Monday, and if you want to catch them early or looking for more bonus content, please consider becoming a supporting member of the Patreon at patreon.com/CourtGames. To reach out to us, email the show at fortuneandstrife@gmail.com.
I'm Tiff, and I played Kuniyui. You can also find us on the web at courtgamespod.com, Facebook and Instagram under Fortune and Strife, and Twitter at L5R FNS.
I am Tyler, and I've been playing Akoto Ricci. You can find me on Twitter or on Twitch as CourtGames.
I'm Paul, and I was playing Shishura Bisho. If you want to follow my other projects, I am the GM of 2 LGBT plus podcasts, Tales of Swordfall at Swordfall D&D for D&D 5e, and Gates of Orchid and Iris at GOIL5R for L5R 5e.
This was Jeanne, aka Kakita Kaori, and also known as, at least today, Doji Gen. If you like, you can also find me on the CourtGames RPG podcast, at the Winter Garden of the Kakita website, or check out The Table Is Yours for fiction readings of the FFG stories.
This has been Fortune and Strife, a Court Games production in association with the Rokugani Historical Society.